John.
And I'm Nancy.
And we are J&N Travels. On today's J&N Chatter, when will we start to travel?
When will we?
I don't know. When will we? First, let's start by saying that we're more in the higher risk group.
Yeah.
Meaning that we've got to be a little more careful, a little more paranoid, I guess, than the average Joe. I wonder if we were much younger, if we would feel different.
We might.
So you've got to fit this to your own category.
Yep.
We're going to be covering three categories in this. Would we travel to adjoining states, nearby states?
Mm-hmm.
Would we be going to further states? And would we go out of the country? So those are the three we're going to cover. Okay, our first category is the adjoining or nearby states. Now, we're from New Hampshire, so we would go to Vermont or Massachusetts or Maine.
Yeah.
Those are all close enough, maybe for a weekend, maybe for 4 or 5 days. Would you do it? Would you want to do it?
Well, I'd be a little leery. I mean, I'm really antsy to go on a vacation, but I don't know if I'd want to take the risk. I'd be concerned whether or not the hotel was clean enough, or if we did go out to eat at a sit-down restaurant, if the restaurant was clean enough. I think that would be in the back of my mind the whole trip, and I might not enjoy it as much.
No, those are good points. I would go, but I don't think I would go. And the reason I say that is I feel safe about going, but then, okay, now you're away. Bowling alleys, are they open? Theaters, are they open? Restaurants, which ones are open? Everything's got their rules and their protocols. Is it really a vacation? Is there any point to go away? We could do that at home.
That's right.
I mean, get takeout food.
Right, you're spending all that money, and for what?
Right, exactly. So I'd probably save it for a bigger trip once the stuff blows over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
So we're basically on the same page on that. Okay, our second category is further states. Now, by further states, we're in New Hampshire. We would be driving down to Disney World, Virginia Beach, even certain parts of New York. Probably if it was further distance, it would be for a longer period of time. Personally, I would do this. I would travel as long as I was in the car. I wouldn't get on an airplane. My uncomfortable part would be stopping at rest areas and restaurants and hotels on the way down. That would be an issue with me.
Yeah, that would be a concern.
But if I could get by that, Disney World I would do in a second. I think that Disney World is safer than where we live. It's the protocols they take, and they seem to enforce them.
Yeah.
I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, if we could drive down to Disney and get there healthy, I'd have a blast in Disney. I think Disney is a great place to vacation. I love it there. I think they keep their parks clean. I think they're doing a good job. And I think we'd have a blast. It's just, getting down there safely.
Right.
That would be a challenge.
Well, and we forget the biggest factor that we've had when we discuss this is both of our works require or at least they did require a 2-week quarantine.
Oh, that's true.
Of vacation time. And vacation time we have to use. So the problem would be going to Florida. We would have to come back and spend another 2 weeks. So if that ends, I would consider a lot more.
Yeah, that is a concern.
You can't do that while it's still in place.
Right, that's correct, yes.
Okay, third and last category is out of the country. Now, by this, we're talking cruises and islands, and we've become big cruise people. So this is a fact.
Love cruising.
Yeah, so this is a factor for us.
Yeah.
The general answer to this is I would probably wait till we have a vaccine. And the reason for that is I have no problem getting on a cruise ship. If someone said there's a cruise going out tomorrow from the U.S., I'd be on it. With one caveat. I don't trust the cruise lines. I don't think they'll enforce their rules. I don't think they'll the guidelines, they'll keep to the guidelines. And that's my biggest worry.
Yeah, you think they'll be a little lax on enforcing rules and...
Yeah, I mean, I've never been impressed by the way they enforce stuff that they say, and this could be really life-threatening if they didn't enforce this.
Yeah.
And as far as the islands are concerned, we're both leery of flying, so I wouldn't want to get in the airplane until I had a vaccine. And the two big things with the island would be the flight, like I mentioned, and also the biggest thing is, what if you get sick in a place, a foreign country, and you have to stay in the hospital, or you have to quarantine down there before they lay you back in the airplane?
I think that's the scariest part.
That is probably the scariest part.
I agree with that.
So what's your opinion on the cruises?
Well, I think I'd rather wait because until there's a vaccine as well, because that's the last thing that I want to do is be sick in a foreign country. Don't want that to happen.
Right. Even on the cruise ship, though, and the other fear with the cruise ship is they can only, even if they were enforcing it, they can only enforce so much. How do they enforce the guy who leaves the terminal and goes out and gets himself a soda and contracts it,
That's right.
or someone goes out for a smoke or something like that. I just can't see how they possibly can do it.
Yeah.
So vaccine for us probably, right?
Yeah.
Even though the funny thing is we're probably going to end up booking several cruises before a vaccine comes out.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see what happens. And remember, stay young and have fun.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button or click on the frog icon on the video. Don't forget to click the bell to get notified of our future videos. And of course, please click on the thumbs up.
And remember, stay young and have fun.